it annoys me when they serve food with a napkin underneath the food.
Well, you can change all that in about a week's time, can't you?
Regulations, because the napkin presumably is to use. I think they do this across the country though. It's not just a thing here.
Get it on the statute book.
There you are. First term priority.
Yes. Are Labour winning or the Tories losing this campaign, do you think?
Both. I mean, my Conservative opponent here in Bristol North West was the candidate allegedly involved in the betting scandal who has been disowned. So they're not fighting the best campaign they've ever fought here, which again is fine with me.
Have you ever bet on anything?
Do you know, I don't know how to.
That's not even remotely plausible.
No, it is.
You don't know how to bet?
I've never been in a betting shop.
You can do it on your phone.
Well, I've never done that either. Oh, I played the lottery a few times.
Okay.
Is that betting or like a raffle? I think it's more of a raffle. I've definitely played raffles.
Yeah.
But betting, no.
What's the best thing you've won in a raffle?
Do you know, a week in Dorset.
Oh my gosh.
In like a caravan thing.
And then on the road. Net zero.
Yes.
Apparently, according to you, is going to cost hundreds of billions of pounds.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
And is that the right priority?
I think the Tory Telegraph was confused as well when they got this confused. So I was referring to private companies spending money on their own business. Mm-hmm. So if you want to build a nuclear power station or a wind farm, obviously you raise money and spend the money, right?
Yeah.
And private companies tell us that they're going to spend hundreds of billions of pounds between now and 2050. That's a good thing. Mm-hmm. The reason this all came up was because the Tories sent a spy to one of my constituency coffee mornings, a bit like in a place like this. I hold them every month, and then they kind of secretly recorded me, but I didn't say anything I wouldn't say on TV, so it wasn't really a story. And in future, there is an open invitation to anybody from the Tory party. If they want to come to one of my coffee mornings or pub politics, they can just book a ticket on my website.
Okay, we're going to quick fire now, so take another mouthful of delicious chickpeas.
Well, no, let me get ready for the quick fire, because this sounds like it might be quite serious. So
oh my God.
Take some coffee.
When was the last time you took drugs?
Never.
Do you think we should change the conversation around drugs?
Don't know.
Don't know?
No.
You're quite famous for saying what you do and don't know. You went viral, didn't you, on LBC?
Will you repeal this in government?
I don't know, actually. It's a good question. I only see economic policy, so I don't know what our position is on it. You have to answer.
Well, it's refreshing for you to say that, actually.
Do you think that the bar is now quite low in what we expect from our politicians, that someone just admitting they don't know something is now the standout moment of the election?
I was very surprised that was such a popular interview. If I don't know the answer, I just say I don't know.
Would you like to be the leader of the Labour Party one day? I'm not writing Keir off yet. We'll give him a go.
No. I mean, I'm always an ambitious guy, but I'm also a team player. Mm-hmm. I'll happily play whatever role I can play. Do I want to be a politician for the rest of my life, though? No. At some point, I'd want to go back to the private sector and...
Make some money.
Make some money, spend more time with my family.
Yeah.
Chill out a bit more.
Are you making your lunch, Harry?
Yeah.
So you're doing it?
When was the last time you were hungover?
Oh, a long time ago. Probably my wedding party in 2017.
And that was the last time you were hungover?
That was the last time I was in a nightclub as well, 2017.
What's your favourite night out you've ever had?
I had a habit when I was younger of last minute booking birthday weekends. Mm-hmm. And so when I was out for dinner with friends here in Bristol, it was coming up to my birthday, I think I was in my late 20s, and we just booked a yacht on Airbnb in Barcelona.
Wow.
Took the plane from Bristol, we were there for 48 hours.
You partied on a yacht?
Yeah, it was great.
Wow! Do you drink ever on the campaign trail?
Yeah.
What's your tipple of choice?
Depends. Wine, tea. Okay, and it depends what's on offer, really. You don't want anything too cheap, do you? You want something kind of in the mid-range.
No, and you need to be very mindful of not looking too extravagant with the background in kind of yachts and limos. You know, you've got to be a bit mindful of this champagne socialism.
I'm a very keen eye for value for money.
Yeah.
So the Airbnb yacht, the mid-price range wine, and what I hope will be my approach to being Chief Secretary to the Treasury.
Do you owe your seat to Jeremy Corbyn?
Well, maybe a bit, although I think it was more to do with this constituency being very pro-Remain.
Sure, and you're very pro-Remain.
Yeah.
Do you think we'd see Labour having the kind of poll lead that you're enjoying at the moment if it was Corbyn v Sunak?
No, because I think the public's view of Jeremy Corbyn became very negative very quickly for lots of reasons.
Do you think warranted reasons?
Yeah, I think so. I just don't think his politics was the type of politics that across the country people wanted. And look, I nearly didn't stand in the 2019 general election because I was so conflicted about where the Labour Party was. I didn't, for a moment, thought I could credibly stand up and say vote for the Labour Party. But at the last minute, I decided to stand anyway. And obviously, I'm pleased that I did because I'm re-elected and could do that work on behalf of my constituents. Yeah.
You mentioned Brexit. I mean, are we going back into the single market? How do you feel about freedom of movement? I mean, these are all things that you love.
So no, we're not rejoining the European Union, and we're not accepting freedom of movement anymore. I know some people would like us to do that.
Would you like us to?
Well, I just don't think it's an option in the course of the next government, partly because we've got a job to do to renegotiate the trade deal. We've got to do more work on security and defence and energy. That just naturally takes a couple of years to get through the system. And of course, in the European Union, their parliament has swung to the right. The French, the Germans are having some domestic challenges. I don't think there would be any appetite even for people who were offering at this election to rejoin for that to happen.
You mentioned that swing to the right. We're sort of seeing it a little bit here, aren't we? Particularly in Clacton. Would it suit the Labour Party for Nigel Farage to win in Clacton and just cause total hell for the Tories?
The problem with Nigel Farage is he might cause total hell for everyone.
We know that you're a keen saxophonist.
I am.
And we wondered if you might just like to play us, I don't know, the theme of Animal Hospital or your favourite sax.
Have you brought any music with you?
Well, we assumed we could play it off your phone.
All right. Are we ready?
Oh, I'm so ready.
Oh, no, the Mediterranean.